Hi Scorpio, happy early birthday and welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-October 2024 love reading. Thank you to those of you who liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the bridge and the gap spread. And the way it works is a look at the past, present, future energies between you and your main love interest. Once we get through all that, we'll pull some more cards as well for some additional insight into the bridge and the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Romantic Tarot, and also keep in mind it's a general reading, so it can be referring to the cards on the left is your energy and the cards on the right is the other person's. If you feel like it's a way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have Wisdom. So this is the equivalent of the High Priestess in traditional tarot. And it could just be saying that in the past you might have just been trying to feel this person out intuitively, right? I feel like this is saying you weren't necessarily communicating with them directly too often. I feel like you were just more in an observer mode with the person in the past. All right, past energy on their side, we have the Eight of Cups. So this is a Pisces energy, and in this deck in particular, we see looks like a Christmas Carol type of energy, but what this could just be saying to me is that maybe you were trying to figure out, like, okay, do they actually have interest toward me, or are they just friendly with everyone, right? And I feel like it's more likely, if anything, maybe both things were true. But I feel like that's why you weren't necessarily, just outwardly approaching them, because I feel like you were trying to feel out, like, okay, is this just how they are with everyone, right? Or are they just generally flirtatious, or are they actually trying to advance toward me? So I feel like this is something that you were just trying to figure out without directly asking in the past. All right, present energy on your side, we have the Ace of Staves. So yeah, so to me it says that whatever it is that you did observe, it looks like you are interested in actually taking action toward the connection at this time. Could just be saying that the passion between the two of you could be increasing at this time as well. All right, present energy on their side, we have the Five of Wands. So yeah, so this is another indicator, right, where they just might give off bad signals as far as what they actually want, because when I see this deck in particular, this card from this deck, rather in particular, we see the flowers behind their back. To me, it looks like they want to present it to one of these people, right? But they're not necessarily making that plain obvious, right? Because they have those flowers behind their back. So I feel like that's kind of the energy that you pick up on with this person, where, there could be a part of you that thinks like, okay, they probably do want to be in a committed relationship, but then their behaviors, where it seems like they're a lot more casual and playful, makes you think that they wouldn't necessarily want to be in a connection in that way. And that could be how they get in their own way. All right, future energy on your side, we have the Six of Arrows. So this is Aquarius energy here. And usually it represents an energy of moving the calmer waters. And here we do see, with the positioning, looks like they're moving toward the cards on this side. See, it could just be saying that it's one of those things where maybe you've gone through a cycle of thinking about, okay, what do I want to do, right? To where I feel like now you're saying, okay, well, I thought it through, let me at least make an approach and see what's what with this person. All right, and future energy on their side, we have the Three of Cups. So this is Cancerian energy, and usually it's a celebratory energy, but here I do feel like it has a bit of a darker energy to it overall, just from the artwork. So it could just be one of those things where, again, like I said, I feel like this person just might have these habits that are really what get in their way of actually moving toward a committed relationship, but they seem to be a bit oblivious to it. So for example, this could represent just going out and partying, right? And that's the energy that they're giving off. They go out and party, maybe they flirt with people, right? It could just give off the energy of someone who's not necessarily interested in being in a committed relationship, whereas it does seem like underneath the surface that they actually are. So that could be where people are confused around what their intentions are. All right, bottom of the deck on your side, we have Justice. So this is Libra energy here. And yeah, for some of you, this could just be saying that maybe ultimately, all right, I don't know why this won't focus right now, but it could just be saying that ultimately you're going to decide to move forward toward this person and just see what happens, right? So I feel like this is saying that ultimately, like, okay, well, if I keep observing from a distance and thinking about it over and over, then we're both stuck in the same spot, right? Because like I said, it seems like this person wants a relationship, but they're not very forthright about it. And then if you're just observing from a distance, then neither side's going to really advance the connection. So I feel like this is saying that you might feel like you're going to be the one to make that approach this month. All right. And bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Two of Wands. So yeah, if we look at the artwork here, to me this gives me an energy of someone encouraging a friend, right? Like, okay, so for example, if you do come forward, right, and again, like I said, if in some way they definitely seem to want a connection, but they don't always make that clear and they don't always give off that energy, could just be saying that, maybe there's some nervousness on their part. So if you were to come forward and make it plain to them that you are interested, right? Maybe they'll have a friend of theirs like, oh yeah, you should totally give it a shot, just kind of hyping them up a little bit to make sure they don't freak out. But that's kind of what I'm seeing with that. All right, moving on to the Oracle cards. First, we'll see what we get from the Messages of Love Oracle card deck. I'm going to shuffle this a bit, and if I get a jumper, I'll take it. If not, we'll put the deck down, cut the deck, and pull a card that way. All right, let me put the deck down. And like I said, we'll just basically cut the deck, pull a card that way. All right, we'll take this one. And next, I'll do the same thing basically with the Wisdom Oracle. So we'll give this some shuffles. If I get a jumper, I'll take it. If not, we'll cut the deck the same way and pull a card that way for this deck as well. All right, so put this deck down. And we'll do the same thing. So I'll take this card here. And I'll get this out of the way. These cards out of the way too. And yeah, so we'll take a look at the Messages of Love one first. All right, we have True Love. It says this love is emotional, physical, and unconditional. So yeah, so interesting, right? Because like I said, this energy kind of gives me the impression that maybe the two of you interact at a friendship level, right? But like I said, you might get these vibes from them where you're unsure, like, okay, but do they want something more or what, right? And then, like I said, you might see, oh, it seems like they kind of interact this way with everyone. So, it could give you some doubts, like, oh, is there actually interest there or not? And like I said, to be fair, it definitely looks like they don't make it obvious what they want either. So that certainly doesn't help. But it seems like there's definitely some potential there with this. But we'll see what the Wisdom Oracle adds to the mix. All right, we have Time for a Nap. There's the artwork, and the number is 24. All right, the relationship message says when it comes to matters at heart, don't make any plans right now. If you're not partnered, it's good to take this time out to get to know yourself. If you're involved with someone, relax and just be with your partner. This is going to be an uneventful moment in time. Don't force anything now. Allow things to flow naturally, and a beautiful renewal will take place all by itself. Patience is the key to your heart's desire right now. Withdraw from action in your relationship and give it a rest so that your love and connection can become rejuvenated. So yeah, that was an interesting message there, right? So maybe this is just saying in that regard to maybe just keep interacting with this person with an open energy, right? And then just see if things progress in that direction naturally at some point. Now, maybe not all of you want to take that advice, right? Because like I said, it looks like at a certain point you might just, after observing for a while, decide that you do want to move the connection forward. But either way, like I said, it looks like there is some potential there. Just might require a little patience. All right, so hopefully that resonated with you guys. Once again, happy early birthday. We'll wrap up there, and we'll see you all next month. All right, bye.